Hello, welcome to the stream, welcome to the channel. Happy, oh, I guess it's Monday. I guess we can't all be happy about that, but anyway, welcome to the stream. I do apologize for being a little bit late. Had a number of things going on work-wise right at the very tail end of the day that I wanted to make sure that I either responded to or read or, prioritized accordingly. I do, real quickly before we jump into tonight and the rest of the week, I do want to express my sincerest condolences to the family, with the exception of his son, of Rob Reiner and his wife Michelle, who tragically died last night into this morning, fatally murdered in their own home, and it appears by his son. Or at least his son has been arrested, I'll put it that way. I have always been a big fan of Rob Reiner. I'm not quite old enough to have watched All in the Family, so I never saw him as Meathead in All in the Family, but he apparently won awards for that. He has, though, been in a number of other movies that I have, of course, seen, and then, some of my favorite movies of all time have been directed by him, such as A Few Good Men, for example. Is a perfect example. He also was married at one time to Penny Marshall, who was a phenomenal director in her own right. They remained friends, and actually, I believe, if I remember correctly, worked together even after their divorce. And of course, she eventually determined that she was gay, and therefore, being married to him was not a good thing for her. He was not her type. But they remained close friends. They worked together, and they appeared in each other's films. He was such a great human being. Every time I saw an interview of him, whether it was on an actual talk show, like a Seth Meyers or a Stephen Colbert, or it was like I've seen numerous interviews of he and Howard Stern. Not Howard Stern. Yeah, Howard Stern. Every time you would hear him speak, it was always, he always came across as the everyman. He was so down to earth. And that's not something that you typically think of when you're talking about somebody from Hollywood, especially someone who is as accomplished as he was from a directorial perspective. So I'm very sad that, one, that he is gone from us, where we are never going to get any more from him. But then just to have it happen in the way that it did is just unfathomable. I just don't understand. I do not understand. So I did want to talk about that. I was completely surprised by that today. So let's now move into what the rest of the day is going to be. We are going to do some more Path of Exile 2. I was going to play last night, but after the way that yesterday went down, and for those of you who know enough about me, you'll know exactly what I'm referring to. There was just no way. There was no way in hell. I ended up starting up Star Wars Outlaws last night, because I know it's not going to get chosen for the next game that we do on the channel. So I started it up over upstairs on my PC upstairs, and I'm really enjoying it so far. So I'm looking forward to playing some more of that over the holiday break. We do at least have one vote on the poll, so if you do happen to hear this, watch this later, we'd really appreciate if you could go and put a response into the poll for what game you would like to see next. I don't think it's going to be Star Wars Outlaws, which is why I didn't feel like there was going to be any problem with me playing it by myself. We're going to mess around with our Druid build tonight. Now, I don't know how much I'm going to be able to mess around. I think a lot of it is going to be gate kept by GGG's insistence that we have to pay for every single respec, which I think is stupid. I think all of us think it's stupid, especially while we're still in early access like this. Especially being that this is a brand new class and no one knows what to do with it. with the apparent exception of the bear build that everyone is clamoring for, which I have no interest in. So we're going to be messing around tonight. We are going to keep moving, the story forward, of course, but there are a number of things that I've chosen in the build that I don't think have any value overall in the build. So we're going to try and move some things around. I'm going to take a quick look at the passive tree before we jump into Act 2 and see if there are some things that I could potentially change. And then we'll also talk about exactly what right now I have in my head. And then in the future, I'm starting to put together some ideas of some hybrid builds for, I'm working on one in my head with respect to the Ranger. I'm working on one in my head with respect to, I'm thinking it's a monk, but I'm not sure. I don't know. One of the big problems that I'm having is there's a lacking of skills. So if you look at the skill tree, and I know it's hard to find the skill tree for Primal in particular. Sorry, not skill tree. Skill gems. The skill gem list for Primal, which is what basically talismans fall under. There's really 4 per shape. And I think in Wyvern or Wyvern, depending upon who you are, there's only 3. And one of them really doesn't do anything, in my estimation. I mean, we tried it the other night. It doesn't really feel like it does anything. And one of them you can't get until skill level 11, I think it was. So I don't know how well this is going to go over. It almost feels like they were like, you know what? We want to build another spellcaster, but give them the small percentage option of being able to turn into a shape for like 1 attack. And that works, with the bear, it would be the slam. With the wolf, it would be the pounce. With the wyvern, it's the breathing of fire, which, again, as I said, doesn't show up until skill level 11. But then the rest of the time, you're supposed to be a spellcaster. Well, the problem with that is that means it splits your focus on the passive skill tree, and you actually have to split where you're going to put your points, spell damage or attack damage. And that's certainly the struggle that I'm having right now. And then even still, if you are trying to do like I've been doing, which is trying to go back and forth between wolf and wyvern, I would also eventually have to split from fire damage to cold damage, as well as spell and attack damage. So I don't know. It just doesn't quite feel right. I feel like they're going to have to make some changes to it. They're going to have to make some additions to it, things like that. But we'll have to wait and see. I do think that there is a possible synergy between the monk and the druid with respect to maybe... The problem is the shapes are very definitively elemental. The wolf is ice, and then the bear and the wyvern are both fire. So where do you get lightning? Which, of course, is primarily a druid. I don't know. I'm struggling with it in my head as to what makes a lot of sense. I think that there is definitely a way to take a ranger, which has ice shot, for example, and use wolf in combination. I think that that's absolutely a possibility. And then everyone has been talking about warrior bears. I think that's absolutely a possibility. Those two are the ones that really stand out right from the get-go. But what to do with wyvern, for example, I don't know. I really don't know. Yes, its first skill, which is the one that we've been using, the molten lava or whatever it's called, where it spits fireballs. That one is nice, but it's also very hard to control unless you use multi-shot, and then you don't quite have to worry about it so much. But the second skill, the winged something or other, where you basically are supposed to be knocking back enemies and then jump backwards, that is just, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything. Now, supposedly, if you combo it off of something else, you can get it to do stun damage as well as potentially shockwave damage, but you've got to combo it off something, and it's not completely clear what that is. And then, as I said, the fire breathing doesn't happen until skill level 11, which obviously isn't going to... We're probably not going to see that until Act 3, I would guess. I don't really know off the top of my head. So, anyway, let's go ahead and jump back in. And as soon as I find top right, there we go. We're going to jump back in. We're going to start off by taking a look at our build as it is right now. The level 18 Druid. I do not like the way that I look, so we're also going to take a look at some skins and put on some better looking gear. Alright, so... Alright, I gotta put my headphones on, otherwise I can't hear a damn thing. Alright, so let's take a look at our path that we chose. So we started out with spell and attack damage both. Yeah, so they assume that you're going to go both paths. And then we got 10% overall damage, damage of extra damage of random element, plus 5 to strength and intel. Okay. Then we did the life regen. Then we did skill speed for shapeshifting. Okay, so here's a little bit of shapeshifting here as well. Plus 5 to the attribute. 8% of armor also applies to elemental damage while shapeshifted. 15% faster start of energy shield recharge. And shield recharge. Okay. Skill speed. That's stun. Okay, here's shapeshifting damage as well. I may go ahead and... If I remove both of these to get down to here... And then this is all shape-shifted. This is stun build-up. Attack damage. Inflicting elemental ailments. Critical hit chance. All of these are based on shape-shifting. That's rage. I don't care about rage. That's incineration. I don't care about that. That's channeling. Don't care about that. I do really want to get to minions, but I don't think minions are until up here somewhere. That's Spirit of the Bear. There's Spirit of the Wyvern. Okay, hold on. I can't even read this. Gain 8% of damage is extra lightning damage while shapeshifted. Huh. Okay, and then here's Wolf. Okay, I think right now I can leave things the way that they are, but I think my next 2 points are going to get me over here to this shape-shifting setup. Yeah. Enemies you have heavy stun while shapeshifter are intimidated for 6 seconds. Stun build up, melee damage against heavy stunned enemies. Damage while shapeshifted, damage while shapeshifted. Stun build up, stun build up, stun build up. Yeah, I don't know. The other thing is, I think we're going to remove rolling magma. That's pounce. So the other thing I want to do is this. I want shred. Pounce I leave on E. Thunderstorm, Lightning Bolt, Entangle. Okay, I'm going to go with just these for right now.
Monstrous strength!
So I lost all my wolves. Blacksmith's weapon improves the quality of a martial weapon. Okay. Yeah, so this is something else I want to do, is I want to see about getting a better talisman, because I haven't gotten a different talisman since I started the game. Trying to remember.
I need more time for that.
Alright, let's do this one first. Because that one is attack damage if you've shapeshifted to an animal form recently. So, immediately after each...
Nature's fury. I need more time for that.
Alright, so I think... Alright, one other thing I need to do is check my support gems, because I don't think I have any support gems on Shred right now.
No good can come from breaking their fold. Our people have lived in the shadows of the dunes for too long. Countless generations have been forgotten, will be forgotten. Monstrous rat! We are Marrakech. And if we work together, if we unite, then they will be forced to acknowledge us. We must show them past is a mistake. We must show them strength. Perhaps we can one day revert. For all those who live in the plains of Vastiri.
Sorry, I'm trying to get a new combo setup going, and I'm just not sure what's going to work and what's not. Alright, let me bring this up. So Shred has got rapid attacks, multi-shot, magnified area. Neither one of those are going to help me. Arctic Howl has got Ice Bite. Alright, let me do this. It does not support Shred. Oh, it does. Attacks gain 25% of damage as cold damage for 5 seconds on freezing an enemy with supported skills. Okay. Alright, and then Devour I'm going to take off. Oh crap, that was dumb. And that one's got rapid attacks also. Oh, come on, guys! Why is it that every time I start playing, they do a realm restart? Actually, that doesn't help that at all. Alright,
I need more time for that! I'm not ready yet! I need more time for that!
Pack's heavy enough already.
Everything's already level 5. I actually can't level anything up. I'll be damned. Oh, there's a new talisman. It's another Cinderbark one, though. Adds an augmented sock to a martial weapon, one staff for armor. Alright, let me go back.
Greetings.
What? I've got some trinkets. Here, have this useless gold.
Oh, that... Bye back. I'm also starting to wonder if I shouldn't swap to fervent to a freezing staff so that I can be better attuned with what my skills are rather than lightning. But then again, I've got lightning spells coming from my class, so yeah, I don't know. That's armor. Yeah, there's no... Never mind.
Ah, that's nice.
Okay. What about you? Your armor energy shield. No.
This could be useful.
And I'm still running level 5 lightning bolt. Okay. Oh, there it is. Oh, I need to, sorry, I need to drop off my skill gems that I'm not going to use. Long duration. There's more. Thunderstorm, Entangle. maybe I should actually start with Entangle, then Pounce, then Shred. Okay, hold on. Icing Howl that damages enemies and freezes primed enemies. Enemies frozen or frozen enemies hit. The skill empowers your attacks with added cold damage. Causes empowered slam to create chilled ground and grants your allies added cold damage. The skill's cooldown can be bypassed by expending an endurance charge. You know what? I think I'm going to take that too. I have an idea potentially how that can be used. Okay. All right, let's see what we can do here. Let's go this way.
Wild Spawn! I'm not ready yet!
Okay.
Round 6, snare you!
Alright, I do have to be careful.
I need more time for that! I need more time for that.
What is the cooldown on my Arctic Howl? Oh, 8 seconds. Okay. I didn't realize it was that long.
I need more time for that! Challenge restored! I'm not ready yet! I need more time for that! I'm not ready yet!
Okay, that sucked. Because they triggered this thing before I was ready to. And therefore they died because of it. Augments a rare item with a new random... even know where it is. I can't remember. I don't remember this map at all. That takes me back to the other side.
I need more time for that!
I cannot keep just wailing. That is not a smart move. Another... Oh, an uncut spirit gem level 5. Alright, I guess we'll just... Yeah, the problem is I'm not causing enough cold damage yet. Alright, I'm sorry guys if this is
What have you learned?
boring or slow or whatever, but at the moment...
Speak up. All right, of course. Here, have this useless gold.
And there's a level 7. My intelligence isn't high enough, but...
Stay in sight.
And to be honest, I might as well stay here.
Who goes there? Browse as long as you like.
No, my strength isn't high enough. Talisman. Okay, this is a minion-based talisman. Physical damage is higher. Attacks per second. Okay. Minions deal 47% increased damage. Adds 2 to 4 cold damage. Plus 5 to strength. Minions deal 35% increased damage. 72% increased physical damage. Holy crap.
I hope it pleases.
Okay. Well, this sucks. Let me see what X has to say with their announcement. They're deploying some new patch. Why does it keep doing that? While we are working through the feedback we received in the lesson, here's new artwork. I don't care about the artwork. They don't even have anything here. There's nothing on their Twitter page related to the deployment of a new patch. That's the wrong one. Wow, their website's even down. They're like, hey, go here for patch notes. Oh, come on, guys. Really? Every web application developer, especially anybody who's created a web application that has to be globally facing, knows that you separate the engine from the website so that the website can continue to function even though you're doing a patch update. I apologize. I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated because I don't feel like I have a good hold of my build. I'm also frustrated because apparently every single time I decide to start streaming is when they decide to do server maintenance. Very, very frustrating. Alright, I guess what we'll do then is what we did last time. I will switch over to Hades 2 for a little while. We'll do a run in Hades 2. I'm not going to do any... We are going to play Hades 2 on Wednesday, by the way. I'm not going to do any nightmare runs, I guess is what they're going to be called. To be honest with you, I'm not really sure what they're called. I do want to do one more Chaos Trial.
The grave thirst aura is even stronger now.
Alright, let's see. 2 eyes, 4 eyes, 4 eyes. Alright, let's do the 2 eyes. This is with the aspect of Malinaway on our daggers. And we need to clear Oceanus. Oh, that's not going to be good because I haven't beaten Skilla with the blades yet.
I can overcome this.
Yeah, so we'll do this Chaos run, and then we'll go back and check. Alright, let's see what we've got here. So we've got... Okay, we're running all Poseidon. Your Omega moves make you briefly restore any magic. Whenever you sprint, hit the first foe you run into with a blast. Okay. Your attacks hit foes with a splash that knocks other foes away. Start of each encounter, your attacks and specials are stronger for 10 seconds. Your splash effects from Poseidon also inflict froth, and froth deals more damage. Okay. And then the aspect of Malinaway backstab damage is 100%. Okay. Or increased by 100%.
You as it is within that murk, and you seem even farther away now. The very outskirts of your father's realm, is it? That's not the customary path into the underworld.
Apparently I have on Hera's boon or thing, and I didn't even realize it. Your cast inflict hits and immediately deal damage. While none of your other boons are common, deal more damage. Well, that happens to be true right now, so yeah, let's rarefy that and grab that.
I felt something.
I would like Poseidon's cast, to be honest.
Spouts are up.
Okay.
Why, little niece, you sailed down there faster than the trimmest mortal ship. Well then, what say we scour clean this little corner of the sea?
Alright, there we go. Title ring.
My boon lost potency.
Pomegranate. I don't know why I got hit
Okay.
either time. Oh, wow. Well, this sucks.
You won't stop me.
Why? Dumbass.
I can sting too.
Specials deal more damage and inflict hitch. Your Mega Moves create a fissure. Damaging effects from Olympians are stronger for... No, that one's definitely not worth it. Guess we'll go with that.
Adequate.
Daedalus. What? Oh, come on!
Out.
I don't know why I'm getting hit. Your mega attack deals 400% damage in a wider area. Your attacks have 20% plus 20 power. Yep,
The Master Craftsman's gift.
definitely want that one. Gain Centaur now without restoring. Insure any goods. You take minus 10% net Centaur
An
soul.
even trade. More hippos.
Tax if title ring, flood gain, title ring. Probably money, because I know I'm going to get a Charon. Well, that was definitely better. Where are we? 8?
Hear me, on my authority. By her grace.
All right. Well, I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna go, but I guess we'll find out.
We're on. Look who got here way too early for tonight's show. Doors weren't meant to open yet, lady. Not that you care about this venue's very reasonable code of conduct.
Oh, I'm familiar with the venue at this point. And if you aren't ready to perform yet, great. I don't really want to hear it from you anyway.
Well, too bad. Because even though you're way too early, you are just... This song's called I Am Gonna Claw. After ice and dragon and death.
No. Cool. All right, another chaos trial
They
done.
just won't shut up. Here we go.
And I did it without dying, which I'm very surprised by, I have to be honest.
Return to Shadow now.
Yeah, I'm very surprised about that.
Chaos got their way.
Who goes there?
There's got to be a new one. No. Huh. That's interesting. I'm surprised there wasn't a new one. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Let's switch back. And see if the servers are back up. just restarted it. Why? Oh, there it is. I was like, what do you mean? I just restarted the game. Well, at least this time it isn't going to take as long. Because the one, what was it? Friday night? I think it was Friday night where we had the restart. And wow. That one took a long time. Took a lot longer than they were even expecting. I don't remember the last time that I saw validating be a part of a patch update. Typically, validating is for when you are validating file integrity, at least within Steam anyway. Oh yeah, we never did put on any cosmetics. If we should still be on the caravan, and if we are, I'll make sure to do it before we leave to go back to the quarry. Oh, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. It's close. 80%. There we go. All right, let's try this again. It's a buff shape override. Really, guys? Buff visual shapeshift override. It's gonna happen again. Yeah. And there's nothing even on the web about it, which I'm not surprised by, but let me see if Path of Exile. That's not what I wanted. Nope. Let's see if they posted anything on their website. Actually, that's not what I wanted anyway. God, they made a crap ton of bug fixes. I don't know why I'm trying it again. I think I need to do... I hate doing this. I think I'm actually going to have to do a... that's not what I want. Verifying integrity. I swear to God, I think... at this point, I really think that GGG does not want me playing this game. God, I think the verifying integrity is actually going faster than the validating of the patch update. Good Lord. It is. It absolutely is. I mean, we're already at 25%, and I'm not sure we were even at 10 at this point with the validating. Let me check Reddit real quick. Well, unfortunately, I want sort by new. There it is. Yeah, I'm definitely not the only one that got it. Buff visual shapeshift override _row out of date. Or the format of a game data file cannot be read. Is it out of date? Oh, it's the dumbest error. I mean, it's absolutely, I'm sure, a valid error, but it sounds so stupid. And then there's one guy who just said, "Same here, game deleted." Uh, I'm just reading through some of the comments now. See if anyone is saying anything. Just a lot of the sames. Wow. And they're saying everything is successfully validated. I don't think so. We'll try one more time. Nope. Same thing. Yeah. Oh, wow. Now the launcher won't even come up. Oh, okay. Well, that's it. I'm done. I okay. I don't even know who that is. Yeah, that's gonna do it for me. I really tried to play this tonight, and really wanted to play this tonight, but this is ridiculous. So, I'll be back on tomorrow night. We're absolutely going to do an entire night of Hades 2. And we're going to primarily focus on the Olympus run, so we can get further in that. I have no... What the... Oh, okay. That's unfortunate. I really like that damn shirt, too. Hopefully I'll get to play some more PoE over the weekend, but we'll have to wait and see. But I'll be back on Wednesday with Hades 2. Those of you who have not already filled out the poll yet for next major story game, because we are kind of at a point in Hades 2 where I could put it down at any time. I know there's more story. I know I haven't seen the credits, but the main thing I very much wanted to do was complete the Tartarus section, which I've certainly done. So I'm not going to be spending nearly as much time each week on Hades 2 anymore. I want to move on to something different. Right now, the current leader is Horizon Zero Dawn, which I'm perfectly fine playing again on PC. I haven't played it on PC. I played it on PS4, I think, twice, actually. So in any case, if you have not filled out that poll, I'd appreciate if you do that. In the meantime, everyone have a great rest of your evening, a good continuation of your week. Hopefully, I will see you on Wednesday for some more Hades 2. Talk to you soon.